what do we do with this? What happened to this? Well, it looks like to me that this particular axe was, again, like the GB that I fixed for Mike. This was drifted upside down. I mean, you don't even have to look or measure to really be able to tell which one is smaller and which one is larger. So, in the interest of keeping this video going, I think we're going to have to choose another axe head. So, we will choose an axe head and we'll get back. Now, I am going to use files. We're not using draw knives and we're not using spoke shaves. Because honestly, I don't think it's necessary. And we talked about taking a metered amount of material off. And I just think that the files are so much more intuitive, and you're just going to know what you're doing much faster over time than you will with a spoke shave or a draw knife. So basically, I'm just going to look for contact, and I'm not going to use the rasp because this is mostly shaped. Now, I am not going past my contact marks very much, and we're working our way back. We're not going to guesstimate once we get out here. See what I mean about a vise that you can get this thing flipped around. Some guys clamp it to the bench, but I tell you, it just takes longer. If you got two clamps on it, it just takes longer. And I don't like having my vise in the middle of my bench where the bench is in the way. I like having my vise where I can move around what I'm working on. Just me. Okay, boom, done. Oh yeah. We're not looking too bad. You can see our kerf. It still closed the kerf down a little bit, but we're pretty well lined up with the center of the axe head, which is nice. Now dead blow mallet is like really nice. It tends to get chewed up, but it helps me to tap this thing off. And I use rubber mat, so I just let it drop on the rubber mat, and the axe head doesn't get hurt. And neither does the floor. We're going to remove our contact points carefully. You can always take it off, you can't put it back. And sometimes it's necessary to take a file that's less wide so that you can see a little bit more what you're doing. Okay, let's see what we got. Looking pretty good. Whew. Okay, now that was on there a little too tight, I have to admit. But I still carefully seesawed it and then I could put it down on the ground and kind of wiggle it, and you just have to be patient and get it off. Avoid the wooden drift at all costs. So you're not getting anywhere, then change directions. Like this direction, not taking off as much. This direction, way better. All right. We're looking pretty good. All right. Just like this. I think this is a 4-pounder. Get whatever you're comfortable with, but no steel. Obviously a rubber mallet's not going to work very well. You need something with some weight, but you also have to be very accurate. If you don't feel like you can be accurate with it, then you're basically going to have to put this in not as snug as I'm putting it in, and put it in to where you can get it off. It'll slow the process down some, but just you have to do what you're comfortable with, and you know, you can work up to it. One thing you should do, as well as measuring the eye on the axe and just finding out where the small eye is. If they're the same size, then it doesn't matter, other than aesthetic. But you also want to take your calipers and measure your bottom eye, and then measure the widest point to make sure that your axe head is going to fit on the handle. Sometimes you can get a little excited. I know I have, and started hafting, and then realized square peg, round hole. Yeah, she's going good. Got about a 1/4 of an inch left. We're almost through. We need to keep going down this, so we're almost through, but our goal is to get this down in about another 1.5 inches. Yeah, just because you've got the axe on the handle does not mean your work is through. So not too bad so far. Now when I have an area that I don't want to take any more off of, like right here, I put little X's to tell me to stay the heck away from it. And obviously I'm not taking any more off of the sides, because I mean, widthwise I am right there. If I take any more off of that, then I'm going to have a problem. Okay, I think we're in good shape, so let's continue on. So now I am going to grab these two files, which I dearly love. They're round bastards. I love saying that. Smaller one and a larger one. And when I get close to my landing zone, I like to take off less. Still not taking anything off where I put my X's. Only where I've got contact. But we're looking good. Now this is what I also mean by setting yourself up for success. We're staying away from the edge tools that are more unpredictable. We got ourselves a good handle. We looked it over real good. We made sure that we had a good center line with our kerf. Now, I'll do this in another video. If your kerf is off, I'll show you how to repair and recut the kerf. Right now, we're just working at getting this guy down. But we're sticking with our files because we know how much material we're taking. And since this is a preformed eye, we're not taking a whole lot. We're just trying to be accurate. Center it up and get it in action. Boy, I'm liking this. I think I might take it down just a little more, but we look good. We look good. My axes are still there. And a little bit of a blend here. 80 grit. Okay, let's see how she goes. Well, I think that's a winner. Okay, let me put this in the vise and we'll take a look at the haft. Little bit of a curl. That's okay. Tiny, teeny, tiny. Basically, all I'm seeing are just irregularities in the eye. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. We're getting closer to a finished product, and it's exciting. You guys are a little dirty. So hope everybody's having a good day. And thank you to the new subscribers. It's been amazing. It's awesome. So everybody stay safe. Be kind, and I'll see you on the next video.